Hey everyone! Alright, so in this video we are going to discuss, would Walt Disney have disliked Paradise Pier over at Disney California Adventure? Now, a lot of Disney fans make the argument, well, Walt Disney, he built Disneyland, okay, as an answer to those kind of places. So, it's kind of doing his vision disservice by building one of those kind of places, meaning amusement parks, at a Disney park. And I'm here to say I completely disagree. Now, I'm going to make my case as to why Walt Disney would not have hated Paradise Pier. And if I'm incorrect in anything that I'm stating in terms of Walt's comments, please let me know in the comment section below. But as I read it, Walt Disney didn't say he hated Carnival Rides. What he said was that he didn't like how dirty those places were, how filthy they were, and he didn't like the crime element that was attached to those kind of places. Paradise Pier at California Adventure has neither of those things. It's not filthy, it doesn't have homeless people just laying around, and it's not crime-ridden. Okay? So he never said, oh, I don't like Carnival Rides. In fact, if you look at Disneyland, even to this day, the original attractions that Walt put in that park, a lot of them were Carnival Rides. The Carousel, Dumbo, the Rocket Jets, the Teacups, the Skyway, even Dark Rides are essentially Carnival Rides. Dark Rides started on Seaside Piers and what have you. So I don't believe this whole notion that Walt Disney hated Carnival Rides. I don't know where people get that idea. He literally put Carnival Rides inside Disneyland, and they're still there. They're still there. So no, I don't think he hated Carnival Rides. Like I said, I think he hated the crime element, and he hated how dirty it was. California Adventure has neither of those problems. Okay, so for that aspect, I don't think he would have hated these Carnival Rides being put in California Adventure. Now, here's another thing. It's 2017, or even in 2001, when California Adventure was built. It's a different time, okay? Now, just like when Walt built Main Street, he built it as a way to kind of live a bygone era. In the mid-50s, that whole small-town America was kind of dying out. With the freeway system being, introduced in America, we saw it in the movie Cars with Route 66, that small town America was kind of phasing out. So Walt saw, like a Main Street USA as sort of a romanticized thing because it was something that was not really in existence anymore. Okay, I feel like Walt would have that same sort of mentality towards Paradise Pier because, there really aren't a whole lot of seaside piers in America today. Yes, I understand there are examples. You can go to, Santa Monica Pier, and there's other examples and exceptions around the country. But for the most part, it's really a dying element in America. It really is. It's fading away. And I think Walt, when he built Disneyland, okay, when he built Disneyland, what was it built on? Go to Walt's opening day speech. It was built on, the ideas, the hard facts, that built America, like New Orleans Square, Main Street USA. Paradise Pier is sort of an extension of that. Seaside Piers, whether you like them or hate them, are a part of America. They are. And they're fading away. They're going the way of the dinosaur. So I think in 2001 or even in 2017, I think Walt would have seen that, and I think it would have been the same approach that he had with Main Street. It's a dying element in American culture. And, we're going to go ahead and recreate that for people to revisit this dying element of American pop culture. So I don't see any problem with Paradise Pier at all. No problem at all. I don't think Walt hated Carnival Rides. I think Walt would have seen Paradise Pier in 2001 as like a main street. It's a dying element of this country, and he's recreating something, or Disney is recreating something that is no longer in existence and that you can visit and enjoy. So, to answer the question at the beginning of my video, do I think Walt would have disliked Paradise Pier? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no evidence to show Walt hated Carnival Rides. And like I said earlier in my video, the actions of Walt, he actually put the same Carnival Rides in his park. In his park. The carousel, Dumbo, Teacups, the Skyway, they're all Carnival Rides. Every one of them. There's nothing immersive about the Skyway. Nothing. So those are my thoughts on this. I think Walt Disney would be completely fine with Paradise Pier as long as it's done well. That's a thing. That's a caveat. Look, DCA 1.0, the original incarnation of Paradise Pier, was terrible. Okay? I will concede that. It was very modern, very vinyl, very cheap. I agree with that. This new version of Paradise Pier, this Victorian pier, is a more romanticized version of those seaside piers of the past. And I think Walt would be fine with that. Completely okay with that. You know, it's like a piece of Americana that is really going away, and I think Walt would be fine with recreating that in a park that bears his name. I have no problem. I don't think he would have any problem with that. But what are your thoughts? Do you think Walt Disney would have hated or disliked Paradise Pier? Do you think he would have, disagreed with the notion of having Carnival Rides in California Adventure? Do you agree with me that he put Carnival Rides in Disneyland? So what's the difference? There's no real, there's no there. What's the difference? What are your thoughts? Comment below. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe. I do content on Disney all the time. And as always, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.